And it is an honor to be back for our third year co-sponsoring this great event. Now last year, I had a chance to speak, and I brought up the fact that the IRS had decided that it was okay to take some names of the National Organization for Marriage's donors and distribute them to the co-chair of President Obama's re-election campaign and our political opponents, the Human Rights Campaign. Now, when we're back in our booth, we talked to a lot of folks and they said, well, suing the IRS, suing the U.S. government, that's impossible. You're never going to win. Well, 2 months ago, the IRS had to settle and agree that we were right, and we won when we stood up against the U.S. government targeting our donors and our police. And I know that is because of the prayers of folks like you, because of your support, but I also know that it's because when people tell us that something is impossible, when people tell those of us that have been blessed with the truth that we can't do something, we're not going to listen. We're going to stand for what we know is true in and out of season. And there are two issues facing us today. The issue of the definition of marriage, the issue of religious liberty. There are many issues, but these are flip sides of the same coin. And we're hearing again and again that it's impossible to win on these issues. We're going to lose. The courts are ruling against us. The media doesn't mention that even in Europe, the highest court just last week ruled that there was no right to the redefinition of marriage. The media doesn't want you to know that we are getting victories. But guess what? Whether we get victories in the short term or not, all of us have an obligation to stand and not to listen to those who say something is impossible. So whether it's in politics, whether it's in our workplace, if people try and make us feel ashamed for the truth that we know in our hearts, we're not going to allow that to occur. And all of the heroes that have spoken before, the folks that have been willing to stick their head above the parapet and take the hits that you know are going to come when you stand up for marriage, life, and religious liberty, all of us have to do that. And there is no excuse that we may be called a few names. One of the greatest organizations and heroes in this fight that has been right in the belly of the beast, standing for the truth of marriage and religious liberty in a place that is very tough to do so, in the law, representing in case after case the truth about marriage, the truth about folks who've been discriminated against or punished because of their faith, is a group called Alliance Defending Freedom that I'm sure all of you are aware of. We owe them a massive debt of gratitude for all of the cases in state after state where they are standing up for the truth. And we are blessed today to have Doug Napier from the Alliance Defending Freedom to speak with us. Thank you.